I am WXFan21, joined by Op82 on tracking, and we are ready to go. For this race between TheHammer12 and hawke59, the gate has been dropped. And here we go. This is the final week of the Swiss part of the tournament for the Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament 2024. Very exciting. Outstanding. We are ready to go. Ladies, gentlemen, and people of all genders out there, an outstanding race is on our hands right now. Both races are 1 and 3. Again, this is a mentor tournament, so ratings don't mean really a lot here. But of course, everybody wants to win. And now, we're going to get things started. Playoffs start next week, which I know we're all looking forward to. And here we go. We'll get the racers synced up here momentarily. We're going to start off with our normal alcove check. Depending what that item is, will determine the early game routing. Hawk's made it up to alcove. And it's going to be an energy tank, so it's going to be a play into Chozo. Multi, you always want to win. The greatest Prime player of all time. Multi Samus is over in the Twitch chat. Okay, maybe I'm gaslighting him just a little bit. I am totally kidding. But Multi is hanging out in chat. We got Sandris in chat. How are all of you doing out there? Hope you're doing pretty well. Missile over on Grapple Ledge. Boost will be bombs, maybe? Didn't get quite a good look. Vault Ledge is another missile. So, good question from Lavama in chat. This Mentor tournament is outstanding, honestly. So the Mentor tournament is, we have 32 mentees that signed up. And there are a bunch of tournament mentors that, for each one of these races, every mentee has to have a mentor in the Swiss stage. And you work with your mentors throughout every single one of these 5 weeks. And throughout these 5 weeks, the mentors help you out with routing, movement, learning new speed running tech, could be anything under the sun. That's what they are there for, to help you improve at the game. Which is very exciting. Hammer being mentored by Nye the Bath, and I don't know who Hawk's mentor is for this one. There's our vanilla launcher. And followed by a Notroid. So I think this is pretty interesting to start. We're going to be making a play here for the Ruined Nursery, and then probably a play. I'm kind of thinking our Morphball is going to be back at the Artifact Temple. Baja is Hawk's mentor, very nice. And unfortunately for Hawk, they have in fact triggered the Hive Totem fight. Okay. So let's go over there, make their way over to Ruined Nursery is Hammer. Hawk gets their missile launcher. This is the next logical play here. There's our Morph Ball. So Morph Ball will not be over at the Artifact Temple, but bombs back at the half pipe in the main plaza. Be really interesting. Hammer's already got 2 energy tanks. There's the second one as Hawk picks up their energy tank. These space jumps hanging back over at either landing site or the Artifact Temple. Space jump definitely needed for a few of these things here coming up. So we need space jump or boost ball to get our bombs. So one of those items most likely is coming soon. No surprise from Hammer. They're going to go back down into Talon. I don't think Space Jump at Vanilla... I mean, Space Jump can be at Vanilla Boost, I believe, which is Phendrana Canyon. That would be extremely rude, but I do believe it's very doable. Racers must have peaked that tunnel item. Hawk's going to take a quick safety save. And we'll see what the landing site item is. It's our Varia suit! Oh no, Hawk! Hawk has warp to start without their Morph Ball. That's unfortunate. Hawk's going to have to go all the way back. But is also going for their artifact hints. The problem for Hawk is we know Varia suits at landing site, and Hawk did not peak what it was beforehand. So, again, kind of like I thought here. Maybe Morph Ball is hanging out over at Artifact Temple, which could be Hawk's idea. Hawk did peak the suit, so he knows about his suit, looking for Morph Ball. Nothing over at landing site besides a missile, so Hammer's going to go ahead and most likely head to get their artifacts. Hawk's already here. Let's see if this is Space Jump or Boost. Nice Space Jump! Nicely done. Here we go, it's artifact time! Triclops Pit. Training Chamber. Security Access A. Main Plaza, so that's the tree. Biohazard Containment. No! I was getting so excited we wouldn't have a required Omega Pirate. So excited, but Omega Pirate's required. Omega Pirate has an artifact. Oh, wait a minute. Elite Research. My bad. Mini Omega Pirate. Which is fine. You can route in Security Access A and the Phazon Elite at the same time. My bad. I thought it was Elite Quarters. Elite Research is different. Maybe we don't have to go to Lower Mines, which would be a nice change of pace. Well, chat may get their wish. we still may have a required Omega Pirate if it's phase on. Hammer's gonna find their artifacts again. Oh, I was gonna say, don't peek the bad one first. So Triclops Pit, Training Chamber, Security Access A, Main Plaza, Biohazard Containment, and of course, Elite Research. My bad, I thought it was Elite Quarters. My apologies to all the viewers and to the Twitch chat. So Hawk doing things, making a lot of sense here. The problem is Hawk should be doing this last. Hawk is on the morph, looking for Morph Ball, which they don't have yet. So Hawk's gonna have to drop, check the access tunnel, which is not Morph Ball. Could be our Boost Ball. And yes. There you go, Hawk with an energy tank. 3 energy tanks for Hawk. And Hammer's going to take this Vario and head all the way towards Magmor, most likely. Hawk's going to have to go all the way back to Ruin Nursery and find their Morph Ball. Kirby fan in chat is correct. We do have a required frigate. This is true. So, Rallin in Twitch chat makes a really good point. Hawk with the space jump can head back to Chozo. Hawk can go grab their bombs over in Half Pipe and then work their way into Shrine and then clear out all of Shrine. If Ruin Shrine has some sort of, let's just say, beam, that'll put Hawk back in the lead. But Hammer right now with Space Jump is going to go ahead and check the Root Cave item, but they're going to fall down. They fall down, go boom. Hawk finds their morph, has their bombs. I think Hawk is debating doing some trying to peek at this item up here. Again, this is a mentor tournament, so some movement tech that Baja's probably imparting into Hawk right now. Multi is correct. Can get Vario on the way to Magmor. Absolutely. Unfortunately, Hawk does trigger the beetle fight, but has space jump, so I think she'll be able to space jump right over this. Easy peasy. Gets their Morph Ball. Hammer's got their bombs, and Hammer's going to go and follow along Hawk's routing. Get back into the Ruined Shrine, so Hammer's caught up. And there's our first Power Bomb of the seed. It's a Power Bomb expansion for Hawk. What's up, K-Rar? Seed's pretty basic to start. Nothing crazy. And now Hammer's going to go check the upper Ruined Shrine item and is going to find just a missile expansion. So the next step here is either with Varia you can make a play for Magmor, or continue to clear out early Chozo, which is probably what I would do. A lot more item checks than Magmor. However, Varia is probably telling us it's time to go to Magmor. I would at least go get Gathering Hall and Watery Hall done and out of the way with. We're gonna see what this vault item is. As Hammer gets the double jump, slope jump. Now we'll see what Hammer and Hawk want to do. Hammer drops. Making a play for the ruined nursery. Might be after that energy tank. And so is Hawk. Both want that energy tank, it looks like. And Hammer finds the missile expansion in the tunnel. Now is going to go Hive Totem through the little morph ball puzzle to reach the Magmore elevator. Here's the warp to start for Hawk. Hammer picks up their first Metroid. Varia suit for Hawk. Racers are tied on items. Hammer is headed to Magmore. Hawk headed to the frigate crash site to see what items over here. We know it's a missile. Hammer currently out in the lead, both racers 1 and 3 in this tournament. This is the last week of our Swiss stage. Next week, playoffs. Congrats to Bello as well for going 5-0 in the Swiss stage. Hammer just jumped over the bunch of the street bats. We'll see what Lava Lake has here. It's a lot of early energy tanks. It's 5 energy tanks found early. Hawk is making a play for Magmore as well. No surprise here. Again, with the items that we have, with what we know about one of the artifacts, this does make sense. And I'd probably end up doing the same thing, make a play for Magmore. Both racers are going to go ahead and grab their artifact here in the Triclops pit. Hammer the first to reach the Triclops pit. Hammer making their way over towards Storage Cavern. I got a sneaking suspicion this is going to be a beam. Nope. It is a missile. Hammer making really good time. Hawk coming in from the backside. Not the same elevator Hammer came down on. So Hawk's going to end up routing the same exact way, just the other way. Fiery Shores has our super missiles. Hello. Very nice. Super's always a good find. And now on to Monitor Station. We'll see what Hammer elects to do. Do they make a play for Fendrana? Hawk picks up their supers. We did not see Hammer pick up theirs. So Warrior Shrine's the next logical step. And they're gonna route right into Fiery Shores anyway by doing this route. So Hammer's gonna go ahead to Warrior Shrine, powerbomb the place below it, grab the other item, end up in Fiery Shores anyway, and then they'll be able to grab their power bombs. Their super missiles rather. As Hammer used a power bomb. The amount of energy that we are finding in this seed early is ridiculous. Missile over in tunnel. Now Hammer's going to go and check the Fiery Shores item and is going to find their supers rather. Yeah, finding Morph Ball over in Fiery Shores not fun. Nice power bomb refill though. Hawk is doing this rather interestingly. Hawk is going to go ahead and... They're looking like they're heading to Fendrana. Hawk wants to check what this item is first. Having a little trouble doing the double bomb jumps. What is all this energy? Where are our progression items? This is our 7th energy tank we found in this seed already! Just over 20 minutes in, 7 energy tanks found. Hammer makes a play for Fendrana. Again, neither runner has at all been to anywhere outside of Main Plaza and Chozo. They have not been towards Arboretum. They haven't checked Ruin Fountain. They haven't gone to Gathering Hall. They haven't gone to Watery Hall. Watery Hall access. None of those items have been checked. Zoid hasn't been checked. None of it. So we need to be able to see here what's hanging out over in Fendrana. Nice gravity suit find. I want to see some cheering for Hawk. Cheer on Hawk. They're doing a good job trying to get this double bomb jumps puzzle. Land that bomb a little bit too late. There's Phazon! Phazon suit found! Ice Ruins East! Now going to Phendrana Canyon is hammer. This is probably a beam of some sort. So outside of this, I really don't know where our progression is. We can get to Chozo Ice Temple, which we haven't seen yet. Thank you for cheering for Hawk in chat, by the way. I don't know what that is, but it's something Hammer doesn't want, so Hammer does want it. It's a missile. No, it's not! That's our Spider Ball! Big item find. Spider Ball. That's going to unlock Phazon. And that will put Hammer into go mode. Because we do not need to reach lower mines. There was no artifacts required in lower mines whatsoever. Sandra says beam mode. Yeah, pretty much. Hammer realizing they can't get past there, they need their wave beam. They're going to peek that item and find just a missile. Yeah, we need boost ball too. Chad is correct. We don't need to do lower mines now, though. Unless lower mines has our boost ball, which also would be really rude. K-Rar wants to know where those artifacts are at. We got Triclops Pit, Main Plaza, Security Access A, or Security Center A, whatever it is, SCA. We've got Elite Research, and Biohazard Containment. And of course, Trading Chamber. Hammer's going to go make their way over to Chozo Ice Temple. The only other thing we can do here at this point. You're welcome, K-Rar. Shout out to Sandras for posting the artifacts as well. Hawk still... Well, now Hawk back at this here. And hits the double bomb jump the first time. Come on, Hawk! Let's get some hype for Hawk in the chat! So close! Hammer is going to go ahead and try peeking this Chozo Ice Temple item. Hawk almost gets the second double bomb jump. And Hawk finds their energy tank. There's really no need to go back and get the energy tank either. We have plenty. Yes, Rally makes a good point. This peek here into Chozo Ice Temple is relatively new. I did not see what item was in Chozo Ice Temple. Is this gonna be Vanilla Wave Beam? No, it's Ice Beam. Nope, sorry, it is Vanilla Wave. Oh, Vanilla Missile Launcher, Vanilla Wave Beam. No more vanilla. We want craziness. We want randomness. This is a randomizer. Second vanilla major, I believe. Missile launcher and wave beam. Oh no, yeah, you're right, third. Morph ball and ruined shrine. Hawk picks up their artifact. Now the Mama Shegoth. Thing to keep in mind is Hammer does not have a power bomb. So there's no good way to defeat the Mama Shegoth quickly. Can defeat the Mama Shegoth with missiles, of course. Charge beam and everything else. The spikes on Mama Shegoth's back will absorb. So it's really just bombs and missiles is all you can do. So Hammer will pick up their wave beam, which does open up a good chunk of the game now. Thank you, Sandras. Yes, I am fine. I'm a little tired, but I'm fine. You know any randos I've commentated, Sandras? Sometimes I forget where the vanilla items actually are supposed to be. Hey, Roar, don't you even. Don't even, K-Roar. K-Roar in chat, in case you have no idea what I'm reacting to, says, what's next? Vanilla Ice Beam? So the next logical step here for Hammer is to head into labs. I'm wondering now if there's nothing else in Chozo. Like, if there's absolutely nothing of importance in Gathering Hall, Watery Hall access, a lot of those early Chozo checks, once we get Morph and Bombs, there's nothing there. We got Phazon. Unless Plasma Beam or Ice Beam could have been there the whole time. This is a Beam Hunt. Oh, Rallin makes a good point. That's right. Without Boost Ball, the only thing for labs to be in Logic is up to Research Lab Hydra. Nice climb from Hammer. And you're going to take a safety save as well. This is where you see the first true pivot save. The lab save. Hawk is heading back up for these Chozo item checks, as Hammer continues to further push into Phendrana. If Hawk comes across one of the other two beams, that could prove to be pivotal. I can't believe we have Phazon suit this early. We know Gravity Suit is locked by Plasma Beam. Not that we really need Gravity. Oh, Check it correct if I'm wrong. I don't think we need Gravity Suit for this preset. I think Beginner Logic is doing Waterless, is doing Gravityless Frigate. Alright, let's go. Research Lab Hydra. Up to cargo freight lift can be gravityless. Alright, then we will find plasma before we get to biohazard containment. It'd be really rude if plasma was in cargo freight lift. Reverse lower mines is not enabled. Okay, we're saying reverse frigate. Oh, don't even have to ask anymore. Plasma beam is found. That unlocks gravity, which then unlocks biohazard. Possible jet seed. Really just need ice and boost and X-ray. Actually, we don't even need to go to Omega Pirate. Can technically do, we just need Ice Beam. So what Hammer is doing right now is out of logic. They have not found Boost Ball yet. If Hawk comes across Boost Ball, then this is put into logic. Missile expansion in Observatory. Nicely done from Hammer. Hawk with 1 artifact, Hammer with 1. Oh, oh, never mind. Hawk probably got the main plaza artifact. Thank you, Op. Hammer does skip the pirates. Very nice. Well, there's Grapple Beam. That puts Magma Pool in logic. Another energy tank. Hammer will come across. Another missile. Hawk picks up their grapple beam. Hawk not going for the lower watery hull item. Did Hawk already peek the lower watery hull item? And I missed it? We're on the hunt for Spider and for, assuming that Spider, Ice and Boost. Nice missile expansion and nice flamethrower. Hammer's not going to pick it up. I don't blame them. Research core is a missile expansion. And there's the pivot save. So Hammer's going to go route back into labs, going to grab their plasma and head out. Hawk stream was frozen on the right-hand side. Now they've made their way over to Zoid. Nothing crazy so far for the Zoid fight. Good Zoid fight. Oh, Hammer saved over in labs at Observatory. So it already gotten their flamethrowers, so it's going to pivot save their way on out of here. And they're just going to route back through labs. To get out, they'll go pick up their gravity suit, most likely. And my guess is a warp to start, unless you want to go to... I mean, I'd get Chozo Ice Temple out of the way with anyway. Artis is not in logic right now from the front. We do not have thermal visor. And yeah, Hammer is going to route back in front Fen. Makes sense. Go pick up the other items that are plasma locked. Hawk gets their ice spreader from Zoid. For those that may be just tuning in, I am WXFan21, joined by Op82 on commentary. Exclamation point R to go follow these amazing runs. Exclamation point C. Follow the commentary and tracking teams. Hammer and Hawk both found Varia suit, both elected head in the Magmord to go and check what was there. Hammer then pivoted into Fendrana, where they came across Gravity and Phazon suit. And Spider Ball. Wave Beam and Plasma Beam, so Fendrana loaded. Hawk ended up going from Magmor back into Chozo to go check some of the other early Chozo items as well. Not finding anything major besides Grapple and Ice Spreader. So again, I'm WXFan21 on tracking. Op82. Let's try that again. I can words. I'm WXFan21 on commentary. Op82 on tracking. Yeah, I'm tired, sorry. I've been trying not yawning loudly on stream. Wanted to make sure we get some comms for this race as well. So now this will be actually really interesting to see what Hammer wants to do. Has Plasma. I'm going to go get the Arbor Chamber item. We know Arbor Chamber is not in logic. None of this is because we have not found X-Ray yet. Hawk's going to peek the upper furnace item and find... What was that? Is that a Metroid? I didn't see it. Whatever it is, Hawk doesn't want it. Yeah, just a missile expansion. No surprise. Okay, so Chozo was overall a bust. With the exception of Grapple Beam being over in Watery Hall, it is a... Hammer way out in front. Hawk's going to have to route in all of Fendrana for progression. Does have their main Plaza artifact, though, and Hammer's going to go pick that up on the way back to Chozo. Hawk back into the Arboretum. Hammer going back up into front into early Chozo. Hammer's stream froze. Bear with us a moment. Hawk is going to go for Magma Pool, which does make sense. Have all the items you need to get there. Hammer picks up their artifact and tree. Hammer with Wave Beam in hand is going to go to Tower of Light. Magma Pool is it Ice Beam? It's a Power Bomb expansion. And Hawk doesn't have Wave Beam. So can't get the training chamber access. Hammer finally gets over. Almost a little too close to call there on that last one. Bonked their head, but was already over the platform. To land. And to get into the wave door. Now Hammer is going to go for the top of Tower of Light first, and then head into Tower Chamber. And Hammer is going to peek the item before climbing. It's a missile expansion, and that's why sometimes you do the peek. Tower of Missiles. Hawk's actually going to make a play for Flagra, which is really interesting. So Hawk's going to go fight Flagra. We'll see what Hammer elects to do. Again, Hammer right now just on the hunt for the Ice Beam and Boost Ball. Hammer is making a play for Gathering Hall, Watery Hall area. And this will allow them to come across their Grapple Beam. Hammer's movement is very good so far. Hawk just missing landing the power bomb shot there on, assuming the bomb shot on the Flagra. Sit down, Flagra. We'll see what upper dynamo is, too. Hammer has Spider. Now a grapple can get across Magma Pool. Ridiculous amount of energy. Out of energy tanks that we have found so far. And it's a missile expansion, so no ice beam, no boost ball yet. Missile in lower watery hall. Hawk gets a missile over at Flagra. Now he's going to have to go down. There's no way to get back up to Chozo Ghost for Hawk. They don't have Spider. See where Hammer ends up going. Again, probably to ruin Fountain Magma Pool. Yep, it's exactly where they're headed. Hawk back into Magmore. Most likely making a play for Fendrana. That's Hammer's Powerbomb expansion. That's their second. Main PBs have not been found yet. Training Chamber access will be a missile expansion. And again, we know Training Chamber is an artifact, but no boost ball, we can't get there yet. Ooh, Hammer is going to go for Flogger and Ghosts as well. Interesting. Not a lot happening right now. We've seen these checks already. Hammer is going to start routing in Front Fen, which we know has all the progression goodies. Hammer is going to go route in a Flagra and a Chozo Ghosts. No, we have not seen Chozo Ghost yet. We do need Ice Beam. Just don't know where it is. It could be on Chozo Ghost at this point. It could be far... It could be late Chozo. Could very well be Vanilla Ice. To which then we banned K-Rar from the SpeedGaming 2 chat. I'm kidding. There is the missile expansion. Alright, now we'll see Chozo Ghost. There is a possibility that this is our Ice Beam. We don't know that, but there is a possibility this is our Ice Beam. Or at the very least, our Boost Ball. I think we need Ice or Progression. And if this is Thermal, then it's leading us to Thardus. Or, we're gonna have to go to Fillet Chozo, which we do have Spider Ball to do. And X-ray visor. Okay. That's really interesting. What? So the only thing now is Lake Chozo. It has to be there. No surprise. Play for late Chozo. Hammer most likely is going to go clear out Zoid while they're here. We have the information that Zoid is nothing. So the routing is a little bit interesting. This allows Hawk to get caught back up. Why? Because Hawk has the advantage of knowing there's nothing in early Chozo, but it's still going to have to race back to get into late Chozo. As Ice Spreader. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The missile expansion. I can see that, Rallin. Being in Cumon, I can see that. The logical choice is to go clear out all of late Chozo first. I mean, Hammer has all the items needed to do it. With the exception of Ice Beam. Rallin does make a good point. Rallin's race is coming up tomorrow. 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Haxaplax versus Rallin Tenkir. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Despise versus Empress. On Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Bowman versus Vanillable. Vanillable? Right. Make sure you tune in to those races as well. Which means you gotta go follow the SpeedGaming channel gimmicks in order to find out when those races are. Or exclamation point MPR in chat to come join the Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord. Anything good over in Crossway? Nope. Alright, here we go. We're going to have one item check here, and that's going to be Elder Chamber. First things first, got to clear out the Chozo Ghost. Then they'll be able to unlock the Morph Ball slots, and then use the Plasma Beam to get into Elder, to move the Chozo to get into Elder Chamber. Oh, right, Rallin's right. I keep forgetting it's ice locked. 'Cause It's really just Ice Beam for go mode, isn't it? Keep forgetting. Yeah, the door is ice. Even though it's a plasma slot. Hawk's about to pick up their spider ball over here in Fen Canyon. Yeah, I agree with you, chat. Makes no sense. Hey, here's the plasma bomb door. Plasma bomb slot. Hey, use your ice beam to open the door. Doesn't make any sense. Hammer waiting to get in the antechamber. Or peeked antechamber and saw nothing. Looks like Hammer wants a warp to start. Might be looking to go to Overgrown Cavern. Hammer's gonna route back to Magmore. Most likely this is the play for Workstation. And then into... probably a Fendrana quarantine monitor check. Frigate needs ice. Frigate needs ice and thermal. Where the bleep is Ice Beam? Hammer does not have many options left. Workstation, quarantine monitor, or quarantine cave. That's it. There it is! It's Magma Workstation. The Ice Beam, keeping the workstation cool, keeping these space pirates cool. And that is go mode for Hammer. Ice Beam in hand, easy enough. Sorry, not go mode. We still need Boost Ball. We still need Boost Ball for Training Chamber. With the way this seed is going, just watch Boost Ball be in the weirdest location ever. Would be kind of funny if it was somewhere in Talon. It can't be Life Grove because Boost Ball is needed for Life Grove Tunnel. Could be in Great Tree Chamber. Could be Cargo Freight Lift. Oh, not Cargo Freight Lift. Actually, it could be Cargo Freight Lift. Could also be in Hydro Access Tunnel. I don't see any reason Boost Ball couldn't be in Lower Mines. If you entered from PPC, which is in Logic right now. There's Thermal! Imagine Boost Ball on Thardus. That'd be funny. Hammer almost falling down. Doesn't want to fight Thardus quite yet. And Hammer's gonna go fight Thardus. Alright, everybody. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the Thardus fight. As Hawk goes through labs. Picks up their plasma beam. And is gonna immediately route their way out of labs. Smart. Use Morph Ball Boost to get out of the way. We don't have Boost, video game. We're trying to find the Morph Ball Boost. Alright, everybody sit back, relax, and enjoy the Metroid Prime. And Thardus has a missile. Hooray! So, Rallin is correct. Without main power bombs, it's a little difficult to go through PPC. Main power bomb is logically a central dynamo. Hawk picks up their Phazon suit. With thermal, that does put all of Frigate in logic. Gremlin is correct. All of Farfen now in logic as well, which is easy at this point. Might as well just go check and see if Boost is here. Oh, you bleeping Hunter Metroid. That's just rude. And a missile into the frozen water. I apologize, chat. Apparently this isn't a jet seed. All depending where Hammer finds Boost is going to affect routing. Hammer into a frozen pike. Hammer couldn't get that other item check. They don't have any power bombs. Hammer's gonna need to find a power bomb refill. Could not tell what that was. Hammer now in Phendrana's Edge. Two item checks over in Gravity Chamber. It's a missile. And where is Boost? Nothing in lower gravity chamber. Boost is Frigate, Overgrown Cavern, or anywhere in Mines. What is this seed? I apologize, I'm not my normal hyper or my normal hype commentator self. I am tired. No idea why these racer streams keep freezing. Where is Hammer gonna go? So here's the thing. Hammer most likely is going to start routing into mines through PPC. Is it logical? No, because we haven't found main power bombs. Is Hammer going to do it? Absolutely. Hammer just needs a power bomb drop to get through this. Guaranteed power bomb drop from one of the other Jeemers on the opposite side of this thing. There you go. Jeemer down, and that's a power bomb refill from the other side of the rubble. Apparently not. Hammer might want to have to think about starting to reload the room. There you go. Now you got it. There's that refill. There is a good chance main power bombs are in frigate, which is going to put this in logic. Rowland's point in chat. And that's Wave Buster. We already found Flamethrower earlier. Hammer trying to farm some power bombs and does! Big find from Hammer! Gonna be able to progress through PPC into the Elite Pirate Room. Elite Control. Hawk is all the way back at Tower of Light. We're heading towards Tower of Light over in Chozo. Hawk may not be one of the fastest runners, but is doing a great job right now. I may not have the fastest speed between these two, but doing a really good job right now. Let's make sure you show Hawk some love in chat, please. Through the wave bamboos into the ore processing. Hammer looking for those grapple points. Okay, we're fighting some Metroids now, folks. Alright, main quarry. I think both runners really hope that this is where Boost is gonna be. And we'll see. It's a third Metroid already. Never mind. Wow. We know these next couple of checks are artifacts. Come on, Boost Ball. Alright, here we go. That was SCA. Now, we'll see what's over here at Security Depot A. Well, also it's Security Access A, rather. Now we gotta see what's over in Security Depot A. And it's gonna be... let's find out. A missile! Nice power bomb drop. The hope for Hammer right now is boost on Elite Pirate. Excuse me, on the Phazon Elite. And then, after that would be... what do you call it? I don't no idea where Hammer's going. I was gonna say the hope would be boost ball on Elite on Phazon Elite and the artifact and upper elite research. There you go, Hammer. A lot of wave troopers in this room now. And there are the either some ice troopers. Or even better, we just get the artifact on the Phazon Elite and move. Can't get the other item without Boost Ball, because Boost Ball is needed to move the laser. Hawk is going to go back up and get X-ray visor. Here we go. Into elite research. And there's the artifact. Can't go any further in this room. Alright, I want to know from you, from all of you viewers out there, where would you go next? Because this is pivotal. Are you making a play for Lower Mines? Or are you making a play for Frigate? The only couple of locations left outside of Overgrown Cavern and Great Tree Chamber from where Boost Ball could be. Overgrown Cavern, Great Tree Chamber, Lower Mines, or Frigate. Where do you think Boost Ball is gonna be? K-Rara says, boost on Omega Pirate. Hammer's gonna make a play for Talon. I like this call. Get the artifact out of the way with. And hopefully come across your Boost Ball. Ava says Overgrown Cavern. I also am going to say Overgrown Cavern. Or Great Tree Chamber. Just makes logical sense at this point. Also, because I really don't want to go to Lower Mines on this seed. Hawk picks up their X-ray visor. We got one vote for Lower Mines. 2 votes for Lower Mines. Fungal Hall B. And a nice powerbomb refill for Hawk as well. There it is! It's Overgrown Cavern! Go mode for Hammer! I said Overgrown Cavern, I was really thinking Great Tree Chamber, but Overgrown Cavern is in fact where Boost Ball was lying this entire time. Hammer's gonna route in Frigate. And then route in Training Chamber. Nicely done, Kava. Your prize is you get to treat yourself to a cookie. The Metroid Prime Randomizer Tournament Committee and the Metroid Prime Randomizer community are not going to be anyone for not going to be reimbursing you for your cookie. We'll have to get that on your own. But congratulations, good call. Oatmeal raisin, okay. Hammer getting smacked around by those turrets. Nicely. Very nice, Kava. So Hammer is now faking a fast play for Biohazard. And now the calmest music in the game. The calmest and the most relaxing music in Metroid Prime. It didn't trigger. Hammer, you gotta go back. That one did. Oh, it did hit. Nicely done. I didn't hear the sound cue. And we're now entering the room with biohazard containment. And just missing the target. And there we go. There's the artifact. Now just book it to a save station, warp to start. And then head right to Chozo. Excuse me. Hawk does clear up Dynamo. Here's the save station. It'll be a warp to start, and then a play for Trading Chamber. Da 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 da. And there we go. Nicely done from Hammer. And that's their last artifact. It's on to beat the game for Hammer. through the Morphball Maze puzzle. Back out into Main Plaza. Didn't even realize that was a thing. Nicely done from Hammer. And yeah, here we go. It's a play right back. Ridley, Prime Exo, and Prime Essence. Nice boost ball. That's gonna take Ridley hit of the last Ridley phase. Hopefully no Ridley dashes. And oh, catches up. Hammer with a fantastic Ridley fight so far. Unfortunately, is out of missiles. Almost made it through with no dashes, but unfortunately, no missiles left to do anything about. Now Ridley just needs to calm down. Dashes are ridiculous. There we go. Good Ridley fight for the most part. Hammer is going to take a save. Most likely we'll hit up the missile station as well. Going to get their ice beam. And here we go. Hammer's going to take a quick missile refill before the fight with Metroid Prime XL. Subchamber 1 for Hammer. Hawk is getting their Ice Beam. A good Subchamber 1. Starting out with a wave pattern for Exo here in Subchamber 2. Ice Beam required for Hawk. And there's the Ice Spreader shot. Nicely done. And a second Ice Spreader shot. Beautifully done from Hammer. On to Subchamber 3. And another Ice one. That Ice Spreader combo, beam combo, does so much damage. Beautifully done. Double Ice Spreader combos on Prime Exo before mode change. Well done. Your Hammer, you were probably hoping for an ice pattern there. Or at the very least, a power beam pattern. Here we go. Subchamber 4 for Hammer, Thardis fight for Hawk. Ice Spreader shot again. And Metroid Prime Exo did get off a beam combo change. It's Power Beam. Back to ice. Beautiful. Hammer getting some really good RNG here, and that'll do it. Metroid Prime Exo is done. Start off with the X-ray phase with these pools, the phase-on pools. If a pool cancels, looking pretty good to start. A little more phase-on than you want to count on a pool cancel. Second pool. This is the thermal phase. Yes, the comment from Renko in chat is correct. If Adam Malkovich was there, that is exactly what he would be telling Samus. Cannot defeat this Metroid with your Ice Beam. Has to be defeated with phase-on. This will be a 4-pool Metroid Prime Essence battle. Very nicely done as well. No, that's... Wow. That's a pool skip. That's unfortunate. Hammer just got pool skipped. Now, Hammer's gonna have to wait for Prime Essence to go through the X-ray phase. That is rude, K-Rar, I agree. There we go. And it'll be thermal phase here. There you go. Game time! And that will be it. Hammer finishes in first place, advances to 2 and 3 in the Swiss stage, and finishes with an official time in this race. Hammer finishes in first place with an official time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 52 seconds. GG's. Here comes Hawk. We need to get... Looks like Hammer's gonna need an invite as well. Just sent Hammer a invite. Hawk, feel free to move up whenever you're ready. There's Hammer.
Hello, hello, hello.
GG's.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Here comes Hawk. GG's.
GG's, Hammer.
What happened? How close were you? I want to know so bad. Like,
dude, I wasn't close at all. We still needed.
No way.
We still needed boost. We still needed boost.
No, you didn't find it. Oh
no.
Let's let the commentators take over here and talk a little bit because it was a heck of a thing. I'm sure.
They were about a half hour behind you.
Really?
They
Wow,
just
dude.
fought Thardus.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Jeez.
Yeah, we knew we were behind. So Baha even said he's like the correct play is to not fight Thardus. The Gamba play is to fight Thardus, and I said, well,
Yeah.
let's do it, and then it was a missile, so it doesn't matter.
So, Hawk, to your point, so when Hammer got to Thardus, right? I am like, where is this bleeping boost ball?
Yeah.
And it could have been anywhere. I'm like, well, it could be Thardus. We did just get thermal. Might as well, chat was like, might as well check it while you're here. Boost was an overgrown cavern.
Yeah.
So Hammer, thank you for not going to lower mines.
Honestly, the really funny thing, well, I wasn't gonna go to lower mines. We were gonna do we were just gonna do frigate, but backwards from upper mines and stuff. And I actually made a mistake. I shouldn't even tell you this. I should just get in there and like get in here and brag and what I'll be like, yeah, I knew what I was doing. No. I totally made a mistake and like save warp back to start and stuff. And we just happened to find it there like right at the beginning. And then that was straight into frigate and finish it.
I was having fun with chat at this point. I was just like,
I bet.
Right, just start posting where boost ball is because we're running out of options.
Yeah, that late ice just like messed with everything because if ice comes
terrible
earlier, we're checking that like so soon. That ice being because where was ice was the workstation.
Ice was workstation.
Yeah, and that ice being that late and like in such a spot where it was technically out of logic until you went and got that thermal from.
Yeah.
Where was main power bombs, by the way?
Where were my PBs? Okay, let me pull the stream back up and we'll figure it out. Hang on. Oh. Yeah, I made a mistake. We're not gonna find out where my PBs are. I pressed the wrong key on my on my stream.
Like,
I
what
was
happened?
tabbed into the wrong place. I was tabbed to the wrong thing. Oh no. I went to full screen again. Oh gosh, mistakes have been made.
It's
anyway,
all good.
I wonder where mains were. So that's super weird. Maybe I'll finish it again real quick and we can figure out where main PBs are.
Please don't.
Come on.
That seed was brutal enough. It was nice finding Phazon, 20 some odd minutes in, and then oh yeah, this is not a jet seed. Ice beam was all over the place. So Hammer, when you went to Fendrana the first time, Hawk was the routing was kind of different but similar. You both ended up taking different routes, but then crisscrossed back over each other. So, for example, at one point, Hammer, you were already through labs. You were through wherever you were. Hawk was clearing out front Chozo, and then went to late Chozo, and then it was crisscross again. Like he was in Furnace, you were in Fen, and then you both again. You went to Chozo, they went to go get their Fen. It was like crisscross. This was a very, I don't want to call it linear, but the routing decisions, there was only so much you could do. You couldn't really get crazy with the routing in this seed whatsoever.
Yeah, it felt like every choice we made led to like a missile or an E-tank, and then we went back to do the other choice, and it was like it was always okay. Well, last location this, and that led to led to the next thing.
So here's the thing: the biggest piece was finding that Varia suit early at landing site. That was the biggest piece of this entire thing, because both of you were like, "Okay, it's time to go to Magmore," and I'm over here on stream talking like, "Well, it's Varia. The play is probably Magmore, but you have so many early item checks in early Chozo. Past our room, it's like you had Gathering Hall, Watery Hall access. You had so many checks, the Zoid checks, the Furnace checks.
Yeah.
And then it took both of you so long to get to those checks. It's like, could that be where our boost ball is? Could that be where our ice beam is? Could this originally have taken us there, but it wasn't, so kudos to both of you.
Yeah.
Because routing into Magmore was the correct early play, because you had to get to Fen. And also, which was really stupid, you had to go lock yourself in Research Lab Hydra to get your play. Route yourself right back out.
Yep.
Like, this seed was not nice.
No, it was not. It was long and it was brutal. I mean, to be honest, 2 hours, almost 2 hours in finish. Like, shoot, I definitely felt like it was. I felt like it was close. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
found his boost.
No.
Like, I figured, I thought like, oh, this guy found the boost early or something like that. There's no way. You know what I mean? Like, because as soon as you got that ice, it was so accessible. You know what I mean? I got real lucky in that we had to do upper mines anyway to get those artifacts.
I mean, see, we got
ice.
We got ice so late.
Yeah.
So
you both ended up around ice in about the same time. It wasn't any decisions that you both made. You both, I don't want to say last location workstation, but I was ever going to go to workstation when all the item checks you had open.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is, what are the odds of going there? You know what I mean? And then like not having thermal, we didn't have thermal. You had to go to quarantine monitor and then back to monitor station to get your ice beam. And it's just like, okay, yeah, sure.
It was weird. It was workstation into QMon to get thermal. To be like, what? Now I can go to frigate? Really?
To workstation again. It's just like,
right, and then overgrown cavern for boost, and then to get your item and this seed was all over the place.
Yeah, it hurt. It was pretty painful, but.
So let's talk about some positives.
It was real close. I figured it was real close toward the end. That's what I figured on. But anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So let's talk about some positives. What's one thing you both actually liked about that scene?
I got early space jump on the first try.
Very nice. Very nice.
Which is something that has not happened yet in like any seed or practice. So
there you go. Well, you were ahead of me at that point, then, because it took me 2 tries. So you had to lead then. I was happy to get my observatory dash first try. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Very nice.
I enjoyed that one. Yeah.
All right. One thing I want to talk about for you racers can talk more about your experience here. This is a Metroid tournament.
Yeah.
This is the last week of Swiss. So one thing I've been asking the last couple of weeks is, what's one thing that you have been working on with your mentors in practice that you either got to debut in this tournament, or something cool that you've learned throughout this tournament that you're really proud
of? Let's start with you, Hawk.
Well, I mean, so I think I've said it on a couple of the restreams. So before starting this tournament, I had not, like, I hadn't even done a seed of this randomizer. Like I had dabbled like a couple times, like just been like, I like Metroid Prime. I'll play the Metroid Prime randomizer, and then just, I would eventually get to a point that was like locked, that by some trick that I didn't know.
right.
In Logic Trick or whatever. So I knew Baja from the Link to the Past randomizer community, and like he was like, hey, I'm doing this mentor tourney, and I was like, oh, cool. And so we've, the few practices we've had, it's, a lot of it's all like still trying to figure out the like muscle memory. I think I said at one point today, I said I still have trouble knowing where Samus's feet are when you're like trying to do a jump or like position yourself somewhere. It just so I mean, a lot of the stuff like these, it's been great. Like I'm not super hung up on like wins or losses or like how my time's doing. I'm like I said, getting that space jump thing on the first try was like that was a pretty good thing for me. So only can go up from there.
There you go.
Awesome.
Hammer, what about you?
Oh, I mean, the biggest thing for me, the thing is, I've never really been active in the community and stuff like that, but I've been playing the rando for quite a while and stuff like that. I mean, I've done some door rando seeds, I've done some random elevator, random start seeds. Like I've done a good. Oh, me too. It's such a good time. I love watching it almost more than I like playing it. To be honest with you, it's ridiculous.
I love if I could pick any of like the randomizer settings that we've used, I love door randomizer. Armory hunt, also a fun time.
Definitely. I like door rando because it changes the entire way the game plays. The game can pretty much play it, the rando can make it play any way it wants to make it play at that point. You can go anywhere. You could go straight to mines, off the hit or something like that. Well, maybe not quite that far, but you get my picture.
Absolutely.
But anyway, the biggest thing for me in the tournament is I haven't had a lot of time to work with my mentors and stuff like that. But it's like really early. I actually did some work with Baja and learned like bar skip and some other like big dashes that I didn't know. You know what I mean? My favorite thing this whole tournament was hitting the bar skip first try. I think it was week 2. or something
Nice.
like
That's
that.
not easy.
That was my favorite thing, and that was the most epic moment I've had through the entire tournament, and I'm gonna keep riding that high throughout the whole bracket stage. I tell you what, because I still feel it now. But
Cool.
the biggest thing that I've learned is like some movement stuff has been my kind of Achilles heel, because I knew a lot of tricks to start out with and whatnot, but yeah, learning just little like movement optimizations and stuff, and the experience of being in a race is so different from playing casual. You know, you're playing casually, and it's like, I'm gonna try to be in a hurry here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to go through it quickly, but you don't feel pressure to go quickly until you're in a race. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure you watched me toward the end there. When I was in like upper mines, I was making a mess of everything when I was in upper mines. Oh my gosh, dude! Like, it was terrible. I was like rolling into pirates, man. I was getting beat up, man. But yeah, you know, movement's the biggest thing that I've made the biggest strides with, and a couple of tricks here and there and stuff too. But I'm really looking forward to the brackets and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to it. Frankly, I'm glad to get another win just so that I don't have to face off against the big dogs, like, straight up. Good luck, Hawk. You know, have a good time out there.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll manage.
Yep. I'm sure you will, bud.
Cool. Last thing from me. Shout out both of your mentors, and then again, you guys can go continue to talk and break down this seed. So it was really, really weird, and I'm curious from both of your standpoints and your mentor standpoints what the thought process was when you were coming things, the routing choices. So I'm gonna be just sitting back, relaxing, and listening to you two. Go shout out your mentors, and then I'm gonna talk us through that seed.
Yep. Start with you again, Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Baja's been great. So I've really enjoyed it. I mean, it was one of those. It felt to me, anyways, like I said, I felt like I was last locationing pretty much every piece of progression, and it was like whenever we were making a call, hey, let's go, you know, check this out instead. It seemed to never pay off, and then I had some moments where I was like frustrated and you know, I missed jumps and stuff. I wouldn't say I got tilted because I was laughing the whole time, but it was one of those things where I felt like I could try. You were saying when you're in a race, you don't, you know, you gotta go fast. I didn't. I was just like, hey, I'm still trying to learn. So any of those chances were good.
Yeah, that's really awesome though. Like, honestly, I'm a relatively competitive person when it comes right down to it, and I have, you know, a good bit of like experience, like, well, not race experience. Well, I have, you know, just experience just playing the game for years and years and years and years and years. You know, and then playing the rando for probably the past like year or so. You know, and so for me, it's like, well, now it's time to perform and do stuff. That's so awesome that you can just play the game through like that. I'm so competitive. I'm just like, I've got to try, like, you know, and I make the biggest mistakes. It is so much time.
It is something that has taken me, you know, 38 years of life to like get to the point where I can recognize, you know what, I'm not going to be the best at this, and as long as I'm having a good time. You know, one of the things I like about mentor tournaments in general is, even though you're learning, like, it's fun. Any of these games, any randomizer, any of these things, they're just more fun when you have somebody to talk through while you're doing it. Mm-hmm. So that's been, you know,
see, that's my thing too. Is my experience with mentors and stuff. Don't get Nye has been awesome. He's got awesome game knowledge, and he talks me through it. You know, handles like so much of the routing for me and stuff, and knows when things are last location. Knows, like when we were headed back towards Qmon, he was like, something has to be in Qmon. That's all we've got left. And it would have taken me like time to sit there and think that through and realize it's gotta be something in Qmon. Yeah. Like, the only way I would have known that was I actually had a seed a while back, like playing by myself, that had something in Qmon, and I thought I was like locked out. That's the only reason that I might have even thought that, you know, and that just comes from experience. But like I was saying, you know, my mentors haven't had a lot of time to work with them. In reality, I've just had Nye like tearing me through it, like through the whole game, basically. You know, just doing my routing for me, and I'll handle the rest. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but no, good for you, dude. 38. So that's how long it takes. I'm 32 right now myself, and I'm working on it. To be honest with you, like, I'm totally working on it right now. I'm like, let's try to not be the best at everything. You know, like, shoot, man.
It takes it takes going through things. It takes probably having a good support system and having therapists. But but when you get there, it's good. So
Yeah. I think it should be healthy one way or the other. You know what I mean? You got to be satisfied with getting what you get sometimes. But at the same time, I think striving for excellence is still something great too.
Yep. Yeah. It's been fun. So I'm still looking forward to brackets. So.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of time left. We both got at least 2 races left.
Right.
Double elimination. There's at least 2 left.
Yep. So.
All right.
Yeah. Well, thanks, fan. Thanks for doing the comms. You've done a lot of my races, and I told Baja that like you bring like you're like the hypest Metroid Prime commentator that I've ever watched. You like that. The amount of energy you have is amazing. So yeah,
I don't know how much energy that was tonight. I was trying not to fall asleep at the wheel. I am just after work, and I'm like. I asked my wife, I'm like, would you mind like going downstairs and like getting me some sort of snack? I'm falling asleep up here. Wait, trust me, it was not either of your gameplay. I worked for like almost.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That climb in what is it? the X-ray climb that I did without X-ray. I think I fell 7 or 8 times.
Did you? Oh no.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I think at that point it was. That was when we finished. It was like, okay, well, at this point we're gonna try to have to make some cuts in our routing.
I actually have a question for you, Hawk. We saw both you and Hammer do a lot of the same early stuff. You went back to start. Were you thinking Morph Ball was over at Artifact Temple?
Well, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was. We did it, and Baha and I we talked about it. It was I mean, that's what he said. He said it's like vanilla. It's going to be vanilla Morph, or it's going to be, or it could be Artifact Temple. But it was just the idea was we knew. What was it? What did we decide? Because we got bombs.
Bombs was half pipe.
Right. He said in chat, I don't like doing PONR shrine check without Morph or space jump. So
yeah,
I think it was just we went back. I think it was just kind of like let's do. We got missiles now. Let's go grab the suit and then check our artifact locations too.
Yep.
And then try to loop it all in together.
And that makes sense. I honestly thought Morph, by the way it was going, I thought Morph was over at Artifact Temple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it was at that point with missiles. It was that or space jump.
Nye and I disagreed on that. Nye said, "Oh, you're not save warping," and I said, "No, I think it's early." I don't know what told me, but something told me, and I was like, "I don't know. Let's try for that vanilla morph ball." I'm feeling it today.
Hawk,
and there it was.
Hawk, you know what told him that was his 32 years of randomizer experience.
Yeah, right.
I've been around for 32 years. Get out of here now.
He came out of the womb with a GameCube controller in his hand before it was even invented.
I did. It's wild, man. I gave him the idea. Like, come on now.
I had to get that back in there for you both, and Hammer, you just kind of set it up perfectly. I'm sorry, it was just right there.
Of course. I mean, of course. Come on
now. So yeah, I appreciate the kind words. I am a Counter-Strike caster as well, so I am a play-by-play Counter-Strike caster. Hype is kind of my thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I that's funny because I said to Baha that you sound like somebody who does fighting games or first-person shooters. So
yep, that's me.
Makes total sense, yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
You've calmed so many races. I mean, I think you've been on almost every race that I've done so far. But thank you though for taking a lot of time.
Yeah,
thank you so much for taking the time.
That's the thing. If anybody is still hanging around in chat, if you're interested, that's volunteers are always needed. Like I can say that from any of the communities I'm in. Like that's one of the things is just jump in.
I was just gonna hang back and chill tonight, and I looked on the stream schedule. I'm like, well, I haven't calmed anything yet this week. I've been busy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll go hop on. Why not? And also, there's someone else in this, this chat as well. It's also been a big part of this tournament. Everything I've done here in the community. That's Op82,
I'll pay you
who
too.
does a lot of tracking as well.
Yes.
So shout out to
Comms
Op82.
and tracking. Trackers,
Yes, for
especially unsung heroes. So
Absolutely. Op does a lot of comms and tracking, so shout out to Op82, and I love this stuff. Metroid, Super Metroid's my second favorite game of all. It's right up there at Ratchet and Clank for me as my favorite, just series of all time. It's just absolutely outstanding. I spent over 2 hours watching the actual lore of Metroid, which is actually really interesting. If anyone's actually interested in like all the games, listening to the lore from when Samus, born to how she became part of the Chozo, and how every single game in the Metroid franchise all links in together. I honestly thought Prime was way past Super Metroid. It's actually, fun fact, after the original NES Metroid, Prime 1 comes right after that.
yes.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah.
So, I got nothing else for you both. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been here for a while now. A half-hour wrap up here.
Hawk, you want to run that seat again? I'm kidding.
No. I haven't had one that I've wanted to play again. So.
I have to finish this one now so I can figure out where main PBs are. I'll message you guys. We'll figure it out.
Great.
I'm curious where they are. Renko and chat's been like, where are main PBs? Watch
vanilla.
them be in plasma processing.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, plasma processing could be.
Which would have been even worse.
I think it's got to be. Let's see. Could they be vanilla? They could be vanilla, right? Yeah, because you got to go and get through frigate, down to mines, all the way down there. Yeah.
So the only upper mines checks we didn't do was upper elite research, vent shaft, and central dynamo.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm out of here.
Interesting.
Yep. All right, let's do it. That was fun.
Like, I'm going to bed. We're all going to bed. We're tired. I'm tired. Thank you. Great race. Shout out to Op82 for tracking. I'm WXFan21. 4 more races this weekend. Make sure you stay tuned to all the Speed Gaming channels. Head over to the Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord to find out when all those are. We see you next mission. Latest, peoples.
Later.